Could I be more excited about this Escort pickup project? I could, but it would be unhealthy. There's no way this hood is gonna fit though, right? Here it is if you haven't seen it yet. Ford Escort pickup project. It's gonna need all kinds of body work, but nothing too involved, because the plan is not to make this thing like cherry. The plan is to make this thing, and not so much a rat rod either, it's more of a logo truck that has aged. So I want it to look like a Werner's Ginger Ale logo truck. So it's gonna say Werner's Deliciously Different. I actually don't know where it's gonna go yet, but I'm really excited about it, okay? Like, I could probably sell all of my projects off and this would be the one that remains. I traded a running, driving, daily driver for it. Some people think that's stupid because this is how it came. No engine. And I bought it off potential, or I traded it for potential, because I see a lot of potential here. Just a quick video reminder of how nasty this inside is. Seats don't even flex. I'm gonna take these seats out today if I can. This is what I'm resorting to doing. Forgot to mention, I found this on the other side, carburetor cleaner. It seems full. It does. Sweet. Oh boy. Oh. It might have did something, but I think I just broke it off. Okay.
Only a select number will experience this sport interior.
Oops, I went above the max on this vacuum cleaner. I better dump that. All right, so I got the carpet mostly cleaned out. It's not spotless. And really, I'm probably gonna replace it or do rubber mats or wood slats or something either way. But I can't with a clear conscience recommend GoPro to anybody because of the battery life.
The battery discharge warning indicator will come on when the...
As I was saying, the carpet is clean enough that I can sleep at night. It's not perfect. And I'm gonna put the seats in and maybe even put a bolt in so they stay in okay and I can sit temporarily. But before I do that, I want to take a moment to rig up a battery to see if this power window actually works. From what I'm told, this window is from like an Oldsmobile estate wagon, station wagon, where the back tailgates had a power window. So there's a power window behind the seats here. Woo! A little, woo! Got a little warm there. Hold on. See that? Yeah, that's not too bad. For my expectations, I am pleased. So let me put that other seat in then. I'm not sure what it sounds like yet because I didn't really get to start it, but I think it's probably going to be something like this. Oh, muffler on. And I hope you like jamming too. This here is a 1989 Ford Taurus S.H.O V6 engine, 24 valve, dual overhead cam.
With its 24-valve V6 engine, double overhead cams, and 220 horsepower, the new...
The big idea, and the idea I'm really clinging to is getting this to fit in that Escort truck project. Today is the day, hopefully, that I figure out once and for all if it will fit or not. Now, originally I thought that this wouldn't be any longer than the original 4-cylinder because 4 cylinders versus 3 and 3 staggered would technically be smaller if you just go by geometry in a circle, 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 versus 3 circles and 3 circles staggered. But there's so much timing components and stuff in here that it ended up longer, of course. The cool thing about this engine going in the Escort is that the transmission is almost identical to a stock Escort one. The MTX4. It just has thicker webbing. I'm rumored to have a limited slip differential. That's to be determined. And it has different gear ratios. So, but the architecture of the outside is identical pretty much. So, hopefully that'll fit. Now I have a plan B if this doesn't fit. If this doesn't fit, plan B is to actually notch out the frame and reinforce it where the butt end of the transaxle goes. Let's get to it. I'm gonna clear some wires out of the way, remove this battery tray. Oh, good, it's already loose. And I think I'm gonna have to drop those axles down and probably drop the linkage down so these hang wires will get dropped. I think that's it. The hardest part will be rigging the engine to the hoist securely and getting it high enough. Let's get to work. I'm just gonna drop it in. If this fits, I'm gonna have trouble sleeping today in a good way. Okay, cool. Here is an anchor point that I trust. Is it gonna fit? I don't know. It might. So this is how it's looking. That might fit if this was straight up and down. But if it was straight up and down, I don't think that will quite fit. So I'm gonna try to take the crank pulley off in hopes that plan B might be initiated where I clearance that side of the frame out and reinforce it. Well, not bad for a first try. What I have to do is come back with the pulley off, come back, take the pulley off, see if it fits then. If I don't have at least a ½ inch, an inch on if I don't have like a ½ inch on each side, we'll probably have to initiate plan B. At this moment, I want this bad enough that even if I have to relocate the alternator, get a custom pulley for the harmonic balancer, because do I really need it to be a harmonic balancer with a 6-cylinder? I don't know. So even if I have to do that and build a block-off plate for the water pump and run an electric water pump, I might consider doing that. Look at that. That could be my water pump switch right there. I'll just get a temperature gauge. The hardest part will not be getting it to fit. The hardest part will not be getting the axles customized to fit and be the right length. The hardest part on this project, I think, is going to be the engine mounts. So I don't really know, to be honest, how the Taurus engine mount goes. I'm guessing it had a subframe. Because see, there's nothing on the front. This had to be like AC bracket, right? It's stout though, that's cast iron. What I really want is to go to this, actually. It's all not that strong. But that's where it mounts the transmission. I think that might be possible. Build a bracket to go to that. Make these through bolts. And make it come up to here. Yeah, I think that's very possible. Also, I'll need one on the other side. That'll probably bolt to this. There's already a hole here. And then there's a thing here. This is for the suspension. I already thought about building a brace to go to this side to the other side just to stiffen up the whole thing. If space allows with the shifter linkage and whatnot. So if I can get the engine bolted to there and there, that front end will be taken care of. The back end, I'm really hoping to use the okay. It'll benefit me greatly to not do that plan B, where we shift the whole assembly an inch towards the driver's side, because if I do that, that'll probably misalign my transmission mounts and my shifter linkage by like an inch, which I was originally going to just customize those mounts. But now I'm thinking, leave this put at all costs, so the mounts will just mount right up and essentially do everything on the front end. This will probably fit because there's all kinds of space above this mount, right? But this and this and this is all a possibility. So, dude, I'm totally... The alternator, I gotta have an alternator, right? I thought about just taking all the accessories off and looking into electric water pumps. I think I'm gonna go on Jegs tonight and look up electric water pumps and check what people think about them. I know they use them on race cars and stuff, don't they? So anyway, that'd be really slick to just get rid of all this. Can I get rid of a harmonic balancer? Is that needed for the crankshaft or something? I don't know. But it's all possible. I'm really liking what I found so far with this engine mount, being able to mount that to the frame there. Well, that's plenty to think about for now. I'm gonna wrap it up and probably come out tomorrow. So, it just came to me a clear, concise way to say it. When I'm done with this Escort pickup truck, Verners, drop top, high performance machine mobile, one of my goals is like, for the people who don't get it, I want them to like deeply not get it. So like, I'll be at a car show or driving down the street in public, and I want people like of a certain mindset. The mindset, I wouldn't so much call them opposition, but like the people who don't get it, I want them to look at it and like almost don't get it to the point of either confusion or anger. And I don't mean I'm trying to troll them. I just mean that I want the people who don't get it and that are never gonna get it, the people I'll never convert, I want them to be like, what the hell? You know, like, why did somebody make that? Why did somebody put Verners on the side? Why did somebody use a Ford Escort as a base? Why did somebody turn a Ford Escort into a pickup truck utility vehicle? Why did they go through the trouble to put a, well, they'll probably get that part. If they get none of it, they'll get why they put a high performance V6 in it. They'll get that part. Why did they put it on airbags? Why do they have 17-inch steel rims? Actually, those are in right now, so that won't be too weird. Anyway, the beautiful Oxbow Lake Regent. Regent? Take the D off of that word. I just bought this Impact. I should have bought this 2 years ago if I didn't have the money or something. I expect this brand new Impact to make SpaghettiOs out of this bowl. But what I mean is keep it in one piece though still. Oh yas. You ready? 3 is the highest, right? Yeah. There's no way that's over 600 foot-pounds. This thing must lie. All right. It doesn't work. At any cost, today I want to get this pulley bolt off. I really don't know what's going to happen this time. I think it's bending. Hey, at least it didn't break the bar. I don't think so. What was that glorious sound it made? I need to go get a proper socket. Wait a second.
Wait a minute!
I already bought a 3/4 socket set. But there's no 19. Okay, got it. Okay, 2 days later, and I have the socket. The socket is had. 1/2 inch drive, 3/4 inch hex. Moment of truth. To be honest, I'm a little bit nervous because I really don't want this to break. I think it worked. I think it worked. Yes! Look at that. That is beautiful. Oh, that's a clean bolt. I love it, I love it, I love it. I damaged the cover a little bit with that bolt though. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. No, it's actually leaking. I know you're thinking, duh, but I didn't think that was gonna happen. I'm gonna go get some sawdust. So I got the harmonic balancer pulley off, the water pump off because it protruded a lot. And I stuffed this in there so it doesn't leak as much. And then I put these haphazardly back on the timing cover to make sure it's accurate. And it looks more complete. Now I'm gonna put this intake bridge back on here. And then, I'm gonna test fit it. I'm excited. So here's the best part. You know I wouldn't joke about something like this. Ford Escort transmission mount. Ford Taurus S.H.O transaxle. Look. Look at that. Also, rear transaxle mount also would work. But this one I probably won't bolt on yet. I got these bolts started for the transmission mount, so now I'm gonna cinch them down. Now I am gonna lose space because this is up at an angle, but it's looking kind of promising, except for right here maybe. It went in. See how high it is though? I don't think the hood will close. Wait, I can go a little bit lower, hold on. Holy crap. Maybe it will. Nice.